Good morning, Tux. Come on, guys. Let's come over here. Meow. Hi. Hi. Good boy, Morris. Morris is such a good boy. Watch out your little foot. Pesky raccoons was a little more intense than normal last night. Hi, buddy. Good morning. Hi, Stripe. Hopefully everything's looking good. So far, so good. I'm sorry I probably haven't done as good a job as I should have with the robot stuff, but there's just been lots of stuff going on with the robot stuff. Dawn was out there working with Johnny until close to midnight last night. And Dawn is headed to Home Depot to get some of the new school Loctite, the permanent stuff. And they're trying to get the drill sergeant hockey bot going. There's a part for Wally that they're not going to get until they get down to Charlotte, and they'll have to put it together down there. That shouldn't be a problem. And terribly sorry, the little triangular bot is all ready to go. So hopefully Wally says hi. Well, that's the one that's been, well, terribly sorry and Wally says hi have both done well before. That's fairy weight and ant weight. I guess the shuffler's is for Richmond, not here. So anyway, there's just been a ton of stuff going on. Dawn did shoot me a video right at the end last night when things were looking good, and then things kind of looked not so good after that, and we didn't take another video, which is just for the better, right? I don't know that we're walking today. The guys have got a lot of stuff to do before they head out. They're trying to get out of here by 1. Hopefully they'll at least be out of here by 2. Get across Charlotte before full rush hour, because they do have to go to the southwest portion of Charlotte. Gastonia is just down close to the Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Hi. Don and I have already got Panther's pill in him today. We gave him a full one instead of a half. And hi, bud. Because we won't be able to give it to him tomorrow morning. I'll probably just start back again Sunday. He's done fine. You know, it's about the 48th hour without that medicine where he starts to not be able to hold his food down, which I don't want. But anyway, I gave him back to the original dose, a full pill. I think he'll be fine until Sunday morning. And if he's not and I need help, I'll call Michelle. But I don't anticipate that. But I got a backup plan. Always have a backup plan. Oh, there's the hawk down there with his wings spread on the far log. You see him? I sure hope we get some rain, because they need frogs. Frogs need rain. Gray, good morning. Hi, Gray. How are you? Aw. Hi, honey. Hi, good girl. Look at all this productivity this morning. It's not even lunchtime yet.
Yeah, I never work in the morning.
I know.
But since I'm having the whole afternoon off, I don't mind.
Okay. I fixed on a nice breakfast, and I'm going for my walk, our walk now, minus Donnie, which I'll miss, but it was the right thing to do. They got stuff to do in the garage, and they got to get out of here. I'm trying to take stress away. Trying to fit in a walk with me was, yeah. And probably get plenty of walking around down there between the parking lot and the museum, unloading stuff, and around the pit to the cage. And anyway, it's just what we can do today. Dawn had Jules set the charge to 100%. She's at 95. That may have just been to balance the battery, and then I had this brilliant idea that I'd take Jules because my hat's in here and I don't need a key fob. I don't want to carry the key fob while I'm walking because as I stated before, if you leave the car with your key fob in it and you lock the car from your phone, you can still walk right over to the car and unlock the car. So it looks like it's locked, but in my experience, not locked. The looking part is in relation to the rear view mirrors closing, because I have it set to do that. Anyway, I don't want my fob. I don't know what the real temperature is. Jules says 82, but I suspect coming out of the garage that may, or you know, maybe it's close. But all I was trying to say is I'm going to avoid doing too much walking out in the sunshine. I was thinking actually I might take the trail down to over here and then back. That's about the length that I want to walk, and also allows me to do a Pokemon Go route without walking out in the sun at South Park. I mean, there's obviously a little bit of sun on the trail, but not a ton of sun on the trail. They've got the sprinkler going again, and the splash pad is pretty busy with families looking to cool off. Somebody that I feel pretty sure is not the town has been cutting some stuff back along the side of the trail, which honestly I've thought about doing and we've done a few times and I have no problem with. But they leave the stuff in the middle of the trail or on the side where the guys mow the grass. They don't throw it off into the woods. It's just kind of weird. I've never seen the person that started doing it a couple of weeks ago, so I don't know. I think they should leave it to me, because I don't think they're doing a very good job. Maybe it's just kids playing and just beating up stuff along the side of the trail and leave it where they do it. I don't know. I mean, no doubt it could use a little bit of clipping back here and there. I prefer the manual approach walking the trail versus the town coming in with the big heavy duty equipment they use underneath power lines. It's just so brutal, but I don't know. And I came and cleared around this corner here a bit, and the trimming looks good, and mostly it's not in the grassy area, just a little bit. But up around the next curve, it looks like a cyclone hit, a disaster. It's all out in the trail. I don't get it. This is not kids. It's just too much work for being destructive. All right, 50 bendovers later, in 10 minutes, I got all the debris moved out of the grassy area and off the actual asphalt. In 3 or 4 sentences, tell me about the challenges.
Yeah, well, we epoxied the screws that are jammed into the clutch that locks the clutch, because they were backing out, because they're just metal. The threads on the screw cut into the plastic is all that was holding them.
Okay.
And then the set screw on the flat part, we ground the shaft to have a flat spot and put a set screw in there, but the plastic's really not super strong. So Johnny said, well, let's get some Loctite red, and so we put Loctite red on this left-hand screw. And then we also put some epoxy on the shaft in the flat spot, and I epoxied the washer and the set screw, the outside, and I put wax paper and Vaseline so the places, so this gear hopefully won't weld itself to the gear motor, so it'll still be able to turn. So at this point we've done
what you can do.
We've done what we can do, and it's either going to work or not. And the metal bands are really great. They don't stretch, but they slip. And so we're switching back to plastic cable ties, because the cable ties stretch but don't slip. And in this case, we don't want to slip. The slipping is more problematic than the stretching.
So Johnny, Bunny is on Team
Malice.
Team Malice. She did Johnny a real solid this week. First off, she had given him a beta controller ESC to test out, and that didn't test out so good, so she 2-day shipped him some new ESCs to run to get this up and going, and she's really done Johnny a real solid, Team Malice.
Right.
Thank you so much. Here's their sticker. I think Johnny's running something displaying the sticker since she's put so much
right.
you know, assistance into the bot. Yeah, Team Malice. Thank you, Bunny. It's 1:48 p.m. and the guys are taking off. They're doing setup from 4 to 7, and they are headed straight to the venue to help with setup, get a part for Wally Says Hi, and finish putting Wally Says Hi together. But Drill Sergeant and I'm Terribly Sorry are ready to go. They did not harden Drill Sergeant quite as much as they would have liked, but it's much better than where it was last night, and it's ready for some action. Bye, guys. I love you. Have fun and stay safe. I'm doing a little bit of post robot assembly aftermath cleanup. That's my job. I take my job seriously. I'm trained not to throw away anything that looks important. They can trust me. The workbench is ready for more projects. And, you know, I blew out the garage with the blower after I vacuumed up all the plastic bits that I could. So I'm calling her quits for now, Ruby. It's going on 3:40, and the guys are going to stop in Thomasville. I am going to start with sorting some Legos, and if I'm really lucky, this Christmas Village set is in this bin. This set is highly coveted, and I don't own it, so I sure hope it's in here. Oh, it's hard to come out here and see stuff that's wilted. This will pick back up. The sun's just off of it. I'm gonna do a Japanese beetle run and make sure that things in the shade don't look wilted. I need more steps. I'm making good headway on sorting. I just, you know, stretch my legs, take a walk, check on the kitties. The kitties are fine. I offer them in the house in the air conditioning when it gets hot, and they seem to prefer to be outside. The guys were just getting into Charlotte and the north side around UNCC. Johnny should feel right at home, right? And hopefully they'll get across town before it gets too bad, although they're headed inbound until they get to the other side, and they're headed outbound again, so I don't expect inbound to be too bad right now. I will have to be continuing to water. I do think it's highly likely that I have this set. I've seen the elves. I've seen the clock piece. I've seen a lot of it. So I'm going to try to put it back together here in a minute. Right now I'm just trying to figure out what set this goes to. I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I got to try to figure it out. I don't know. I got to try to figure it out. It's got a green apple in it. It's got a couple of extra headdress pieces. It's got the brown briefcase. I don't know. I got to go hunt it. I really should have said that I guessed Lord of the Rings. That's what this is. There are 4 bag numbers. It's 79003, The Gathering. It has a bunch of minifigures in it. Now this one bag is open, but all of the rest of them are sealed. So, yeah, and this one's bag 2, so I don't know how much was in this one, but I'd guess it's all here. It's a highly coveted set. I am not a Lord of the Rings fan. It's too much fantasy and not enough science fiction for me. But, yeah, this is a really cool find. And I do think I've got all of this. I'm going to be trying to put that together. Well, if I don't say so myself, I think I handled that just fine. And I think I did a pretty good job leveling that table, which I pulled out from underneath the house. I'm doing it dawn. I've been up and down the attic stairs 3 or 4 times. I've gotten a piece of wood to level the bottom ring of the table. I said yesterday I got this at Guardian Angel for half of what it was last week. Last week I didn't buy it because it was just marked too much. I'm really liking it.
So Johnny has put this robot together, and while everything was being set up, it had a weight problem. He's had to take his wheel guards off. The wheels are supposed to have protection, but he was overweight, so he had to take them off. So he's yeah. Well, the wheels.
I don't wanna mess with the control, so go ahead and close it. I don't wanna mess with the screen until
There we go. So the wheels are running. He's trying to get the thing to sync up, I think.
Does it work? Are you sure? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? How about now?
Stop.
It what?
It won't stop.
CBSD.
Oh, it keeps going.
Yeah, see the wheels are turning. That's what you turn.
I'm gonna. Can I weapon test?
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow.
Ah, the screw fell out.
The screw fell out?
Yeah.
Where?
It's back here. See it?